What's up, my fellow readers? Today I wanted to chat about a book I read a couple days ago. Finally got my notes in order and wanted to give you my points on it, see if it's something that could help out any of you. It's called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it's exactly just that. It's going to help people that are interested in being helped with making better habits and breaking bad habits. And the reason I picked up this book was because a friend recommended it to me, first of all. He harped on it, and so I decided that I should give it a go. Also, the reason I decided to go ahead and read this book is because as a person that's always trying to better his life, I felt like breaking bad habits and making better habits is a good way to start that. And to pick out a book that was specifically about that was a no-brainer for me. And so I finished the book and I did find it beneficial. So I wanted to relay that information to you, give you some points that I found as interesting or important. And then also, I've already picked up one good habit and I wanted to kind of talk to you about that at the end of the video. We as humans are always trying to better ourselves. And this is just one more tool that puts your specific goals and your life into perspective. It helps you take an introspective look at where you are, where you want to be, and how to get there. I mean, this is all about identity shaping, right? You are who you are based on your habits. And this kind of shows you those things and how to adjust. It's called Atomic Habits for a reason, right? So you make small behavioral changes that eventually turn into a much larger outcome. So those behavior changes eventually become the person you want to be. And metaphorically, he mentioned it as a grain of sand. So eventually it tilts one way or the other, right? Another point he made about habits is that they handle the basics. So we all have routines in our lives. A lot of the times they're boring, but they are necessary. And the great thing is when you build more habits, they become automatic and it's things you don't have to think about, which lets you have more free time to do things you really do want to do. And because we're continuously trying to improve ourselves and changing our goals, we have to be okay with the process. Continuous improvement means that it's never going to stop and we're always going to be building better habits. So you must enjoy the process. As a final ending point regarding this book, I wanted to mention this one more time. I already mentioned it, but to me it was very important. You have to remember that what you do now, whether it's good or bad habits, will dictate who your future self is. And, it's super simple, but it's very true. And that to me is something that at minimum was worth buying the book for. Now, as I mentioned to you, I've already picked up one good habit. It mentioned in the book to do small increments. And so what I decided, I wanted to read more self-help books. Aside from all the leisure reading that I read, I wanted to incorporate more books regarding finance, philosophical, behavioral, any of those things. I wanted to start incorporating daily into my life. What it mentioned was when you start a new habit, you want to do small increments. And so what I decided was, as soon as I wake up every day, I'm going to spend 15 minutes, not 25, not 30, but 15 minutes reading a current book that is a self-help book. And so I started doing that probably 2 weeks ago, and I've stuck to it since. And obviously, Atomic Books was the one that I finished first, but it's been great. That's one thing that I've added to my life. And just as I mentioned before regarding the future self deal, that other habit that I picked up is going to carry on for the rest of my life, I think, because 15 minutes is nothing. 15 minutes goes by so quickly. I set my timer, I don't look at anything else, and I read for 15 minutes and take my notes. And I feel great after it. So there's that. Buy the book, read it. I strongly suggest this book. I'm going to continue doing more of these self-help book vlogs, as well as my science fiction and true crime books, and then everything else that I read, because I've realized that there's too many books out there and I just need to kind of open myself up to reading all genres. So I'll slowly start doing that as well. So my hopes with this vlog is to promote more reading and hopefully to inspire you folks that watch this video to read more books. I know we all love our television, but we got to throw some books in there sometimes. That's all I have for today. If you found this information helpful, please comment, please like, please subscribe. If you have other books that you would recommend, kind of in the same genre, or if there's other habit books that you know of that could compete with something like this, please let me know. And I'm curious to see how they differ. If you've read the other one, if you've read both of them, and then it may raise my curiosity to pick up the book as well. So until next time, I appreciate you watching my videos.